Warren Buffett says the most successful people on earth all share one strange habit. They say no to almost everything. Not yes. No. He turned that one habit into more than $100 billion. Tonight, I will show you the focus rule behind it, and a test you can run on your own life before you sleep. In the next 10 minutes, you will learn the punch card. The rule the richest investor alive uses to guard his time and his money. You will hear why saying no is the real skill, not saying yes. And you will see why your busiest, most productive friends are quietly going nowhere. Start with the man himself. He is worth around $150 billion. He could own anything on the planet, and he still lives in the same plain house in Omaha he bought in 1958. He eats simple food. He drives himself. He spends most of every single day doing one thing: reading. Just sitting and reading and thinking. He still buys the same cheap breakfast on the way to work. He has kept the same office for decades. He says his life could not be improved by private jets full of strangers or 10 houses he would never sit in. Everything extra he sees as weight. While the world chased more rooms, more meetings, more noise, he spent 70 years cutting his life down to the few things he loved. The empty calendar is not an accident. It is the prize. Stop and picture that. The ninth richest human alive, and his calendar is almost empty on purpose. While the rest of the world races to add more, he built his whole life around taking things away. That is not laziness. That is the most powerful focus you have ever seen, and he treats it like a weapon. Stay with me, because there is a famous story about how he does it, and the twist will surprise you. The story goes like this. Buffett supposedly told his pilot to write down his 25 biggest goals. Then he told him to circle the top 5. The pilot figured the other 20 were the spare list, the ones to chip away at in his free time. And Buffett said no. The 20 you did not circle are not your free time list. They are your avoid at all costs list, because those good little goals are exactly what eat the time meant for the great ones. It is a brilliant story. Here is the twist. Buffett says it never happened. When people asked him about it, he said, "I cannot recall making any type of list in my life." The neat little tale is mostly a myth, but the idea underneath it is bone deep true, and it is the way he actually lives. He just does it without the paper. So what does he really believe? He once gave students a mental picture I want you to carry forever. Imagine I gave you a card with only 20 punches on it. Every big decision in your whole life costs one punch. A job, a move, a major bet. 20, and then the card is done. No more. That is the punch card. And it changes everything about how you choose. Because suddenly every yes is expensive. You cannot spray your life across 100 half things. You get 20 real swings, so you wait for the fat pitch and you swing hard. Buffett loves a story about the great hitter Ted Williams. Williams broke his strike zone into small squares. He learned that if he only swung at balls in his best square, he hit like a legend. If he swung at the corners, the tough pitches just outside, his average fell apart. So he waited. He let good pitches go by, bat on his shoulder, until the perfect one came. Buffett invests the same way. The whole world is screaming swing, swing, and he just stands there, waiting for the one fat pitch he cannot miss. Buffett has said a small handful of decisions made almost all of his fortune. A handful, out of a lifetime. The rest was patience and saying no. He ran a giant company for 60 years and made only a few truly huge bets. He let countless hot trends pass him by. People mocked him for missing them. Then the trends crashed, and his few patient choices kept compounding. He was not smarter on every single day. He was just willing to do nothing for long stretches while everyone else churned. Doing nothing on purpose is one of the rarest skills on earth. Now here is the part that should sting a little. Most of us live the exact opposite way. We say yes to everything, every invite, every project, every shiny idea. We feel busy, we feel productive, and we wonder why nothing big ever moves. The truth is quiet and hard. You're not behind because you're doing too little. You are behind because you're doing too much. Think of your energy like water. Pour it into one field and something grows. Spill it across 20 fields and you just get mud everywhere. Most people are spilling. They have 10 goals, 5 side projects, and a phone full of other people's emergencies. They end each year exhausted and confused about why nothing took root. It was never an effort problem. It was a focus problem. The water was always enough. It was just spread too thin to grow anything tall. Let me give you the punch card as 3 rules you can use this week. Rule 1. Write the short list. Sit down and name the few things that actually matter to you right now. Not 20. 3 to 5. Be honest about what is a real priority and what just feels urgent. Most people have never once written this down. They carry a foggy list in their head and let the loudest thing win. Get on paper. Make it small enough to scare you a little. If your list has 15 things on it, you do not have priorities, you have a wish jar. The fear you feel when you cut it to 4 is the feeling of finally getting honest. That short list is the only thing your time should answer to. Rule 2. Punch the card. Now treat every new yes like it costs you one of your few punches. Before you agree to anything, ask one question. Does this move on my short list items or not? If it does, swing hard, give it everything. If it does not, it is not a maybe. It is a no. You only get so many punches. Stop spending them on other people's priorities. Picture a normal Tuesday. A coworker asks you to join one more call. A friend pitches one more side hustle. Your phone offers one more hour of scrolling. Each one feels small. Each one quietly costs a punch. Run the question on every single one. Does this move my short list? If not, you smile and you pass. Not rude, just clear. The clearest people you know are not cold. They simply know what their punches are for. Rule 3, and this is the one nobody likes. Avoid the good ones at all costs. This sounds backwards, so listen closely. Your real enemy is not the obviously bad option. You already say no to those. Your enemy is the pretty good option, the decent job offer, the interesting side project, the opportunity that is fine but not yours. Those good things are thieves. They steal the hours and the focus that belong to the great thing. Buffett does not just avoid bad bets. He passes on thousands of good ones to protect the few that are great. Watch how this looks in a normal life. You get offered a solid job that pays a little more. It is good, but it pulls you away from the work you actually want to be known for. The good offer is the trap. Or a friend invites you into a business that is fine, but it is not your dream, and it will eat your nights for a year. Fine is the enemy. Every hour you pour into good, but wrong, is an hour stolen from great and right. The hardest word in any language is no, said to something genuinely decent. Sit with that, because it is the whole game. The difference between successful people and truly successful people is not that the great ones work more. It is that they say no to nearly everything, including things that look like wins. Saying no to garbage is easy. Saying no to good is the skill almost no one builds. I know the late-night voice in your head right now. It says, but what if I miss out? What if the thing I say no to was the big one? Here is the reframe. Every yes to a good but wrong thing is already a no to your great thing. You're missing out either way. The only question is whether you miss out on purpose or by accident. Buffett chose on purpose, and he chose for 70 straight years. And think about what that bought him. Not just money, peace, a calm, quiet life pointed at a few things he genuinely loves. Run from a small house in Omaha. That is the real reward of the punch card. Not a fuller life, a lighter one. The richest man in the room is the one who finally stopped saying yes to things he never wanted. So here is your test tonight. Take out your phone or a piece of paper. Write the 3 to 5 things that truly matter to you this season of your life. Just those. Then look at how you actually spent the last week. Be brave. How many of your hours went to the short list, and how many got eaten by good but unimportant things? You will probably flinch. Good. That flinch is the punch card showing you exactly where your life is leaking. The leak is almost never one giant waste. It is 100 small good things you never chose to stop. 3 questions, that is all. Were my few real priorities? Did this choice serve one of them? And what good thing do I need to start saying no to? Run those before you sleep. If this gave you one clear thought, subscribe, and we get sharper together, one model at a time. Next time, Steve Jobs and the brutal focus filter he used when he came back to a dying company. He killed almost the entire product line in one afternoon. I will show you exactly how he decided what lived and what died. Say no to the good, so you can say yes to the great. Sharper thinking, one model at a time.